A snapshot history of Leeds. 56 Carper Street. As Grandma said, new broom sweeps clean, but the old one knows corners. So brick by brick, I rebuild a house that once stood in Chapeltown. 56 Carper Street, a Victorian terrace with a green front door. My grandparents' home, where I'd slide down staircase banister into laughter, and now in memory. I try to remember all things special, like an overseas gift of an oil-painted portrait of my dad and Aunt Sylvia, hanging against midnight blue circle print wallpaper in the lounge. Grandma's rose porcelain tea set, her crystalware and dust-free silverware for viewing only. This 7-bedroom house signified importance in the ready hands of my Jamaican family, blood spiced with Africa and something of the colonial past. Grandma grew roses and dahlias in the front garden, picked gooseberries to make jam and wine. Grandad dug tough dirt in the backyard, planted potatoes and cabbage. Their tea they sipped from ceramic mugs. Blue for Grandad, red for Grandma, except on special occasions when Grandma liked a tea, cup and saucer. Every day, fully cooked breakfast from the kitchen, nutmeg spice, condensed milk smooth, cornmeal porridge, salt, fish and callaloo, fried dumplings filled hungry bellies in the ritual of meals at the oak dining room table with family and familiar friends, each with a story from which lessons were meant to be learned now bring smiles. Homespun. My stays at Carper Street were long, sometimes up to a year of Grandma's kidnap to compensate for my father being overseas, so I was strung between my mother's looser apron strings and Grandma's homespun rules of do's and don'ts and decency, where chores were never shrunked for skipping ropes or playing jacks or hot rice, where skylarking carried the repercussion of stand up straight, pull your socks up, never mind the playing out there with them, the picnic, them fear about Lego beast, go and go find a book and read. At Carper Street, love, strict hands, nurtured studies of mental arithmetic, recitation on the spot, but Grandma also styled party frocks on a Singer sewing machine in her bedroom and quilted a foundation of generations to come. Told me of her Welsh-blooded grandfather, Jabez, who gambled away the family's Jamaican land, of her first and second husband, her 6 children, 5 names beginning with the letter D, her firstborn with an S. These stories stitched tightly to me. Homeschooled. In my auntie's bedroom, the world moved to the heartbeat of I'm black and I'm proud. Auntie Dana and Dahlia wore natural hairstyles, cut pepper grain short, combs smooth. Their stereo player played the soul melody of Curtis Mayfield. We gotta have peace, and the reggae revolution of Still Pulse stirred their words. Their bedroom walls carried through the atmosphere posters of Garvin, Russ Daniel Hartman's Natty Roots children, and the Jackson 5s with their doctorates in afros. Combing through the thickness of my little girl plaits, Auntie Dahlia tied satin ribbons, left them long to dangle in my neck. Auntie Dana spoke of ancestries, African empires before Hawkins sailed in green, gave me the gift of narratives, books for my birthday, books on Harriet Tubman and her soldier stance, books not seen in school, they educated me. Grandad's homemade brew. In the front room, whether indigo skies or rainy grey covered the after afternoon, Grandad hammered bottle caps onto homemade brew, wielding metal caps onto brown glass bottles. He listened to Beethoven symphonies or sang folk songs with mental rhymes like river to the bank, oh valley, river to the bank, oh valley. Pace to match the speed of his work. The taste of beer already bottled would wet the mouth of Will Ruddock and Valentine and Winifred Daly, who synchronized their visits to slam dominoes to wood, fire up a game of Ludo. And more big people barked out, not always for a child to hear their tongues navigating the West Indies, stretching back to Paul Bogle's Jamaican revolt. And within this room, in Carter Street, Grandad rallied the brotherhood like a rebel god, hungry to put wrong to right and reshape man's thinking. For Gaythorne Mount. At 4 Gaythorne Mount, our house, mine's when Grandma released the rains, cooking pots crowned the stove tops daily, smells of Mum peeling back onion skins, grating fresh ginger, mixing spices to season up meat, live mood with a looser reggae beat. It was 5 a wee giggling Pitney who loved to ramp and play. Andrew, Levi, Angela, me, and late Barn Damien, we never knew when time came to settle down like a pot of kidney beans in weight of bay leaf, thyme, and coconut cream. Mum always said, "Don't a fear about hang pan nail, and who can't hear must feel." Plenty switch and belt beatings. Though sometimes Mum used to keep a little blues dancing with Stella, where people came for rub them dub under the baby sham box lampshade. You see, when Sundays came, there was no choice for Angela and me. We had to go to school on Sundays. With Miss Brown's twins, Jackie and Janet, Miss Tiny's granddaughter Diane, in which Sunday best we memorized Hail Mary, prayed for forgiveness, went to confession and lit candles for God's joy. Ours came from the incense of rice and peas and chicken at home. But Sunday was also for dusting off the smoke glass coffee table, Lynch's reproduction of Tina and the lava lamp in the front room. Then getting a musical education from Mum as we listened to U-Rai and Big U's dub version on the Blue Spot radiogram. Later, Al Green on Soul Train and Dorothy Moore's Misty Blue on the new stereo. That's when we picnic did learn to dance. As often as we could, we'd escape outside through cobbled back streets that led down to the beck for games of hot rice and British bulldog for wee kids, scraped knees, bled cuts to tears, as regular as the news heard over washing lines and garden walls of who was doing what in marital affairs. Back home, stuffed shoes and black pumps were kicked off after supper of Milo and toast. We huddled beside the kitchen gas fire to view a picture palette of only 3 stations on our Rumbelow rental TV. We liked how blacks kept on the attack in Love Thy Neighbour, but black and white minstrels and Jim Davison's chalky with thick lips and big nose jokes, well, they was never found funny in our house.